Check, check, hey, pop, pop, beep, 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 boo. Q&A time. Zach, when you make videos outside, it's just so loud from all the cars driving by. Zach, when you vlog with your Tokina 11-16, it's so wide you can see the IBIS warping the image. All right, fine. We're gonna do this inside today. And actually, it's not because of outdoor noises or IBIS wobbling all over the place. It's because it's hot as frick outside. It's 86 degrees in the morning, and I don't wanna get sweaty. So grab something to maybe drink on, maybe snack on, and I guess I'm gonna talk to you for a while. Here's my new intro.
Nice job, Dad.
Ready, set, go!
I was overwhelmed with the amount of questions. A good overwhelmed, not like anxiety. I was excited with all the questions and the positive feedback on the last Q&A. So we're gonna keep this train rolling. This is ZMQ&A number 2. We're just gonna jump right into this. Like I said in the last video, the best way for you to ask me questions is to comment on the Q&A video. Ivan says, your opinion on people chasing the full frame look, but most of the cine cams are APS-C. The XT4 and A7 III is almost the same price here in India, and I'm really confused. I mean, full frame's cool. I've also never owned a full frame camera, so maybe I'm biased, but I don't see necessarily the hype. I don't really understand why people are always obsessed with full frame. I'm more obsessed with finding a camera that creatively can fulfill whatever I'm trying to do. So the resolution, frame rates, the color, the autofocus, whatever features I need to make what I'm making, that's what I look for first. If it happens to be full frame, cool. If it happens to be APS-C, like this XT4, cool. Sony's got this new A7S III coming out, and that might be the perfect camera for the kind of content I'm doing. What's cool about what I'm doing is I just review cameras, so I wanna try them all, you know? I wanna have fun. I wanna catch them all. Danny Phantom. Mark says, hi Zach, amateur filmmaker here with an XT3. I'm amateur too. Nice to meet you, Mark. Learning a lot from you. Thanks for your videos. You're welcome. How do you get a correct exposure with your Fuji? Do you under or overexpose? In your pro work, do you shoot F-Log, HLG, Eterna? Thank you. Exposure can be a difficult thing, especially at first, and I know there's a lot of people that suggest overexposing log. When I'm in a situation like this where everything's controlled, I can dial everything in, I actually use the, what's it called? Not the waveform. What is this? What is that? Why can't I think of what this is? What is this called? I am completely blanking on what it's called, like the term for it, but I use this. Editor Me will put it in, and it shows you where skin tone should be. And that's a really nice judge of exposure. It keeps things really accurate. So if you can use a monitor with that feature, but also if I'm shooting outdoors and I just have a histogram like my XT4 or zebras, I really just try to expose to not blow out my highlights. That's kind of what I choose to go for. Even if it makes my skin look too dark, I'd rather have it look correct with the highlights and everything than have really blown out white highlights and you can see my face. And honestly, maybe I just shouldn't show my face at all. Maybe I should just pixelate myself and show you guys the background from here on out. Hey Zach, spelled with a K, cool that you live in Nashville like me, LOL. My question is, can you recommend a good, not great, but good tripod for video work? I really like Manfrotto products. I use their monopods. I use those a lot for wedding films. Also, the Peak Design travel tripod is pretty good. It's not gonna hold a super heavy camera, but for quick and easy things, it's nice. It doesn't have a fluid head, so I guess if you want that, I would look into like the Manfrotto travel tripod. Steve says, how is the XT4's editing? I use Final Cut or Premiere or DaVinci. I'm open to if they're better. And how's the 1080p on the XT4? Thanks, dude. You demand. In Premiere, the files are, I could probably edit them without making proxies. I have 64 gigs of RAM in this little 2017 iMac back here, so that definitely helps. But I still just recommend making proxies just to keep the editing super fast, very smooth. And your other question, the 1080p on the XT4, honestly, I've only used 1080 in slow motion, so 120 and 240. The 240 is really soft, and the 120 is usable. Supercharge. Okay, Alan, how do you color grade your footage and what profile do you shoot with your Fuji file? I color grade everything with Film Convert Nitrate. I've been a Film Convert boy since the very beginning when I got my T5i. My friend told me about it and I had no idea where to start, and Film Convert gives you a really solid starting place. It's kind of like using LUTs, but they're based on film stocks, and you can add and reduce grain, you can fully customize your image. Oh, and I shoot everything in F-Log. Gwitch Studios, can you tell us which lens is the bokeh monster for the X-T4? Well, honestly, the Sigma 1835, oh, look at this. Wait, wrong side. Bokeh. If President Frumpy Orange Boy made a law that all videographers must conduct all jobs in Kinotika t-shirt and nude from waist down, work boots is okay, would you continue your career? I would go even harder in my career. Would you eat cucumbers with peanut butter? Yes. Biggest air conditioner? What are you people saying? What does this mean? I did get a couple people responding to me talking about my opinion on not going to school for photo or video, and I respect everybody else's opinions and stuff. Everybody thinks differently, everybody has a different experience. I tried to make it clear that I'm not telling anybody what to do, just talking about my experience and my thoughts. One person said, I've heard a lot of people on YouTube recommend against obtaining a higher education and to put in the hours as an alternative. While these select people may be thriving, the reality of the job market in my area is that a bachelor's degree is a consistent requirement. I can't think of one situation where an employer would still consider you after telling them that you learned by watching YouTube. Take my thoughts with a grain of salt because I'm not an expert by any sort. It's really cool to hear your opinion, honestly. And I don't know where you live, but if that's like a requirement in your area, then by all means, like, get an education if that's what it takes for you to achieve your goals, your dreams. I totally understand that. I'm in a lot of debt right now because I went to school without figuring out what I wanted to do. And I mean, there was a lot of benefits to me going to school as well. Like, I met the best friends of my life. I made connections that helped me eventually start my video production business and freelancing. So I mean, it's just everybody has their own journey and their own path. I guess I just want to try to help people that maybe are just going to school just to go somewhere. If you already know you're passionate about photo or video and you think you can just learn and do it well on your own and then get jobs and start making money without going into debt, then that might be a better answer for some people. But like in your case, it might be better just to get an education and get into that world. And not everybody wants to be a YouTuber either. I didn't know I wanted to be a YouTuber at first. I figured it out through doing video production and through playing music and stuff. So we all have our own path, and I don't know if any of what I just said made any sense, but it's really cool to have this way to connect with you guys and like genuinely get your feedback and see some of your personalities in the comments and everything. I love it. Hopefully this one wasn't too boring, but at least it wasn't loud and it wasn't shaky, so you can't be mad. If you want to ask me questions about film, photo, cameras, my life, your life, comment on this video, comment below. I'm really excited about this series, and we're gonna try to make it a weekly thing. Gonna try to stay consistent. I have to go film a Kinotika video today and do a lot of other stuff. Oh, also my watch is locked because I took a shower. There's no other way to end this video, so bye.